Today, in part, is about remembering the courage of those who risk their lives for others. That's firefighters, law enforcement, and sometimes just regular people heading to work. Tonight, a Waverly man was awarded for a courageous rescue of a truck driver on Highway 6 back in 2021. 1011's John Grinvalds went to that ceremony, and he joins us with the full story.
2 years ago, on this stretch of highway behind me, a dramatic scene began to unfold as a truck barreled off the road and caught fire. Fortunately for the driver, there were everyday Nebraskans there who stepped up and became heroes. Tonight, Joe Cockrell won the Carnegie Medal for his actions on September 23, 2021. That day started as any other. He made his way to work, but then he noticed a truck veering off the road.
As I passed him, he never stopped veering. He continued into the ditch at 65, 70 miles an hour.
Joe turned around and approached the gravel truck. A woman had called 911, but flames began to eat at the cabin, threatening the unconscious driver inside. Joe and another man on the scene took turns trying to pry him from the cab, and Joe discovered he knew his fellow rescuer well.
And I realized that the guy was calling me by name, so I turned around and looked at him, and it's one of my lifelong friends, Matt Verkamp. And that kind of calmed me and gave me enough knowing that he would make sure I was okay if something did happen.
Joe got the driver's leg unstuck, and he and Matt pulled him outside.
I mean, there was a pretty big bro hug afterwards.
Just seconds later, it went up in a pillar of flames.
And then it all kind of sunk in what we both did and how close it was to us both being in trouble as well.
The Carnegie Medal is North America's highest honor for civilian heroism. An award only 10,000 others have earned since 1904.
He sets the bar. Joe told us, this is what I should do if I'm ever in a spot like that, and I think that's very inspiring.
And many Nebraska and local notables came out to show their support.
It's really the epitome of a good Samaritan, you know, when you're willing to step up and help your fellow man.
For a man who never thought he'd rush into the fire.
It's just being a good person and doing the right thing, I think, goes a long way in this world anymore.
Joe says he's just glad he was in the right place at the right time and that everybody made it out okay. Reporting outside Waverly, John Grinvalds, 1011 News.